Hi, this is Matt Clark, and in this module, this is called How You Can Make Money Dropshipping on Amazon. So to get started with this, you first need products to sell that can be dropshipped. That's a pretty standard requirement, but there's different products you might want to sell, whether you're selling Kindle books, physical books, or you're wholesaling or private labeling, depending on your current business operations. To get started dropshipping, you're going to need products that other people are willing to dropship for you. You're going to need an Amazon seller account, obviously. This is, the reason I say that because it's different than the Amazon KDP account, the Kindle Direct Publishing account. You're going to need the seller account to do dropshipping. You're going to need to find out if the products you want to dropship, once you know what those are, find out if those are already on Amazon. And you're finally going to need to list or add those products to Amazon. If they're already on Amazon, you're just going to click the Sell Yours button and list them there. Or if they're not on Amazon, you're going to need to add them either with a unique UPC, or you'll have to get your own at, for example, buyabarcode.com. So finding products to sell on Amazon, one good source that we'll go into in a different video is dropshipping companies. There are companies out there with literally millions of products that will allow you to basically list the products they sell on Amazon. They'll give you a wholesale price and you can list those on Amazon real easy. A lot of those are already on Amazon, but it makes things pretty easy, and there's, like I said, millions of products out there that'll do that. And there's manufacturers. Manufacturers, depending on who it is, some of them will actually drop ship for you. Like I've said before, I basically got started because I found out that different manufacturers would drop ship health supplements I was selling, and so they would actually ship them directly out for you. Now, some manufacturers or even wholesalers will basically only sell to retail clients. They'll have some sort of minimum order requirement or that kind of thing, and they won't actually ship directly to customers. So that's something you can find out, but a lot of them these days will. Retail stores, this is kind of an interesting one, because if you think of a retail store that sells just any sort of physical product, whether it be clothes or some sort of good or books or whatever, they basically are already ordering extra inventory to sell in-house. So they may have 2 or 3 or 4 of a single product, or up to hundreds depending on the different business. Now, if you're able to partner with those companies, whether it's just one you go find, a retail store you find, or if it's friend, family, colleague, business partner, anybody else who owns a retail store, you can actually go tell them, be like, hey, look, will you give me a wholesale price on this? They'll obviously probably want to make some money for themselves by marking it up. But if they'll give you a wholesale price and actually ship out the products for you, you've basically effectively created your own little dropship network. So retail stores is not something to throw out. It can be a good way to go ahead and get dropship products that not a lot of other people are selling. And there's also people you know. Like I said, if somebody you know runs a retail store or already sells products through a different channel and that is already shipping products out, you can often tell them, hey, I'll just send you my orders, and you can mark up the products whatever margin makes sense for you, and then basically they'll ship the products out for you and hopefully provide you tracking numbers. And once again, you've basically created your own little drop shipping network. And the good advantage of doing these two, they're kind of a little more pain in the butt. But when you go through a big dropshipping company, it's, depending on what kind of requirements they have to get set up, some of them don't really have much of any requirements. So when that's the case and there's such a low barrier to entry, there's going to be tons of people already selling those products. Now, I'll teach you some tricky things you can do to sort of get around that on Amazon specifically, how to create unique products out of very generic products and list them as unique products that you're the only person who can sell them on Amazon. But, if you can find a unique retail store or somebody you know who has access to products that they'll ship out for you, then often those are going to be the best opportunities to sell because you don't have as much competition. So finding out if the products you want to sell are already on Amazon. Now, this is key because there's a couple different ways you'll need to go about adding the products. And even from a marketing standpoint, there's a little bit different ways you're going to go about promoting those products depending on whether or not the products are already on Amazon, or if you will be the first and hopefully only person selling those products on Amazon. So the first thing you're going to do, you have a couple different options. One, to find out if it's already on Amazon, is just to go to Amazon.com, type in the search box, and see if the product is already on there and if you can find it on there. Now what you will look for, the easiest way to, if you want to sell the product, is to, if you find it already on Amazon, scroll down to about the middle of the page and go to the product details area, and then you'll find this ASIN number. This is Amazon's basically unique identifier for the product within Amazon. It's separate from the UPC or anything else. This is sort of automatically generated by Amazon. And basically you can just copy and paste that into the screen. I'll show you here in a minute whenever you add a product or search for a product within your Seller Central account. So like I said, this is once you're in your Seller Central account, and you're basically going to click at the top Inventory, then Add a Product. And once you're here, you can take that ASIN number and just pop it in this search box. Or what you can do is, instead of actually searching for on Amazon.com if the product's even selling on there, you can skip that step and just search for it right here to pull up the same products just in a different format, and you can find out if the product is already on Amazon by using your Seller Central sort of search tool. Now you're basically going to find out if the product's already on there. And then if it is, you're going to click the Sell Yours button. You'll see sometimes Amazon sort of, in what I've seen anyways, they've done some clearing out of this, but there used to be a whole bunch of like duplicate products on there. So somebody would basically say, oh yeah, I don't want to list some, maybe they didn't look to find out if it was already on Amazon, or maybe they just wanted their own listing basically. But there would be the same product on there 5, 6, 7, 10 times. And you used to want to go, if you could still find those on there, and if it's a product you want to sell, you're going to want to click the Sell Yours button next to all of them. So you're basically covering all the products out there that you want to sell. But now most of the times you'll find just one if it's on there, and you're going to click the Sell Yours button, and then you'll add pricing information and that kind of thing. But if you don't find that product on Amazon, then you're basically going to have to create a new listing. And here's the screen you will see when you click that add a new product button, and here's where you will start entering the information. You're going to need a unique UPC or barcode, which you can get from our barcode link at the top of this video, but that's basically what you are going to need to get started. So as a general overview of the Amazon dropshipping process, you'll see a bit sort of how this works once you get a product on there. Whether or not you've added it yourself or if it was already on Amazon, the process works the same. So the first thing is the customer is going to shop for a product on Amazon and buy the one you are selling. They basically just came to Amazon, found a product they were looking for, and have now added it to their cart and checked out and paid for it. Then Amazon will tell you if with it via email, if you have that set up, or you'll just see it as a new order in your Amazon Seller Central account. They'll let you know you have a new order. You'll send the order details to your dropshipper. That's going to depend how you do it, whether it's via email or through their website. If you're using one of the big dropshipping accounts, you're basically going to need to send all the shipping information, first name, last name, shipping address, sometimes phone number depending, and then what products they ordered, the quantity, and any sort of variation details such as size, flavor, color, that sort of thing. And then your dropshipper is going to send out the order to the customer, and hopefully they'll send you some tracking information. It's good to have tracking information because it sort of keeps Amazon happy, it keeps from customer service issues from happening, but sometimes you don't really have that luxury depending on the dropshipper that's sending your products. So then finally you're going to mark the order as shipped in your Amazon account, and then you get paid. Amazon will basically doesn't release any money. They send out your payment every 14 days basically for all the orders and the transactions that have occurred up until then. But if you have a bunch of orders in your account that haven't been marked as shipped, whether or not you enter tracking information or not doesn't matter, but if you've marked them as shipped, that's when Amazon says the transaction has finally occurred, and they'll add that to your balance. So what you kind of want to do to time things out is make sure the day before your distribution date is, which you'll be able to see under the payments tab in your Amazon seller account. You want to see when that is, so that the day before you make sure you have all the orders that are already in there marked as shipped, so that you get the maximum amount of money whenever Amazon does your distribution. And that's it. That basically covers what we're going to talk about in this short video about dropshipping with Amazon. So what's next is I'm going to tell you about a few different resources where you can find millions of products ready to sell on Amazon without ever having to carry inventory or handle fulfillment.